Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking for Ezeetrader. So looking at the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday it did break this sort of daily trend line here, but it's running to the horizontal resistance once again. It's even later in the evening when it pitched up there, couldn't hold on to its gains, and it's basically given most of it back, which doesn't really give you sort of a picture of massive strength. It is, however, in this sort of range of these higher lows. Is still pushing through onto the market. It's not necessarily always being followed up by higher highs, but the general picture, there's still these highs in this recent sort of time. So yeah, it's maybe erring towards the upper side here. And today, when we're looking at this from an alley picture, well, perhaps if it breaks from it's sitting right on the daily pivot at the moment, if it starts pushing upwards, maybe it could run up towards the R1 and yesterday's highs at some point. To the downside, well, we've got the alley 50 just below us, which may provide some support. It hasn't really, when I say that, it's really been hit at these points here, and prior to that, it gave plenty of support, but it may still provide support, quite a key moving average, if it does come down towards that sort of zone, and maybe even the S1 there. Not the clearest of markets here today, that's for sure, on the euro. Let's have a look at the pound. The pound has been a bit more positive. It's managed to push on up. It was earlier yesterday afternoon. It was looking like it was going to give everything back. Well, it did give everything back, but it's managed to make some gains, and it's pushing on, maybe looking for that daily 50. Not giving too much away on the. Okay, yep. So daily 50 there. The 4 hourly not really giving too much away. Looking at the market though, we're quite extended away from the daily pivot at the moment. I've had this in the mornings quite a bit recently. It moves, it either hasn't hit the pivot and moves away, or just extended away. So quite a distance away. Maybe the R1 could be hit first, but I'll be watching still. If the euros does start rolling over, maybe cable will follow and roll over as well. Just currently into yesterday's highs again here at the moment in the Asian session high, but it looks like it's going to push through that at this juncture. So R1 maybe beyond could be a target. As I say, we've got the daily 50 that may be a draw for it. Dollar yen, little change here. I could just extend the trend line, the box here. Let's just show you. I mean, it's very little change. Possibly some intraday trading to be had on it, but no, oops, beg your pardon. There we go. Not in the way, a lot in the way of other direction. It is trying to maybe push out the top here. It's already into its daily R1. It's out of this current sort of box sort of section it's in. If it can make any progress, well, maybe it will push up towards the earlier part of the week, back into the highs there, into its R2 and maybe even R3 there. It's very pinched at the moment with the pivots. Failure to breaks from this, well, just gives us the lower part of the box again as a target, maybe even down to that S1. Right, okay, that's the yen. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, again, like the pound, it's managed to hang on to its gains a little bit better yesterday. Although it did have a bit of a pullback, it's managed to push on and again breaking those prior highs there. So now we really are in the world of confirming the higher low on the dailies, which I was talking about could happen. It's certainly happened now. If we can close above that, that's even better, and it may give even further upside on the Aussie. It's right into its daily R1 already though, and sometimes when it does this earlier in the morning, it'll hold on that area, but we'll see. Its next point here really R2 from the daily perspective. Well, just coming back to the sort of bigger targets here, maybe it could push up towards that 100 moving average. I just need to really look at the bigger time frames to see if there's anything else that could potentially be getting in its way. Well, possibly the weekly 21 sitting there just a little bit higher at 73.87 sort of area, so somewhere in that region. Thereafter, really, it could push over the next couple of weeks, possibly towards the weekly 50. It got quite extended away for a long time. It's a long time since it's touched it, so but it may not just do it this month unless it really does carry on this strong trend it's got itself into. But it's quite a steep trend from the dailies. Okay, anyway, so looking relatively bullish, but may have already done quite a bit of range through the Asian session. That's it for me. Hope you have a great day. News-wise, sorry, I should say there's little apart from 1:30. We've got the Canadian unemployment or employment figures at 1:30. So there's very little way in the news out this morning. Okay, hope you have a great one. Bye for now.